Hey, strangers! I know it's been a really long time since I made a video and I apologize. As you people probably know, it's been a month since I made a video, and the reason for that is that October was super busy for me. I had a lot of things to do, and I was busy at work, and then I was also busy like celebrating stuff, so I'll just share with you kind of what I've been through, and then I want to kind of get into my chemo series part 3. First of all, how are you? How are you, people? Leave me inbox messages. I know that there's a few I haven't responded to yet, but I will get to them shortly, so please don't give up on me yet. I'm back, so I'm going to be making videos every 2 weeks again like I wanted to and probably haven't really. It's really hard. It's harder than it seems because you have to edit them. Okay, I'm rambling. And my cousins had their birthday, so my cousins came up and it was really, really fun to see them, and I miss them already, so come back. So they visited for a little while, and then for like 2 days, and then my mom had her birthday on the 23rd. Happy belated birthday, Mommy. And so we celebrated that, and then on the 27th of October, I graduated university. I went to my convocation ceremony in Sudbury, and it was honestly the most amazing feeling in the whole freaking world. I got to walk across the stage and get my degree, and it was super cool. But I didn't think I would be excited about it. I was just like, okay, like I already know I'm graduating, big deal. So like it's a 4-year program, and it took me 5 years because of cancer. So it was just like a long time coming, and I was ready to graduate and get my degree and hang it up on my wall. Supposed to be done a year ago. Well, as soon as I was packing to like leave for Sudbury, I got so excited, and my grandma came, Joey came, and then my parents came, and we stayed in a hotel in Sudbury, and it was super fun because the day we got there, which was the Friday, so the 26th, I got my gown, so I got to go see my old clinical counseling classroom, and that was really cool. And it was surreal, like walking through the buildings again, just because I hadn't been there in a really long time, and it brought back a lot of memories. Like my thesis class was right across from where I was getting my gown, so it was a nerve-wracking feeling because thesis was intense, but it was really exciting, and I wish I could have spent more time going through the campus, but I was only there for that one night. And then I got to go see the Big Nickel with my family. We went up, and all the time that I lived there for school, I never went and saw the Big Nickel, so it was really fun. I posted pictures on my Facebook, I think, or I will. So if you want to see the pictures of the Big Nickel and my graduation, then you can go there. The 28th, I celebrated my 1 year cancer-free. So I don't remember what I did for well, I went out for dinner with Joey, and I forget where we went though. My mind is just, I'm taking omega-3s and still my memory's not improving. But anyway, that's just my life, I guess. I have a bad memory. I'll think about it like in 5 minutes and then be like, oh, we went to somewhere. Bam, got it. We went somewhere. Couldn't guess. And then on the 31st, it was my birthday. So it didn't really work out as planned. We were gonna go out to the bar, and everyone kind of didn't show up. So I don't know. That was kind of lame sauce because it was Halloween, and who doesn't want to go out on Halloween? I know it was a Wednesday, people, but come on, it's dress up time. It was fun. And my costume didn't work out, so it was kind of like lackluster. But then this past weekend we went out and celebrated Joey's roommate's birthday, so got a chance to just kind of go out with everybody and have fun. So that was fun. Okay, so enough about that. That was super, super, super exciting, and thank you to everybody who has, you know, wished me well and said, you know, happy birthday to me on Facebook and on my YouTube, which is really nice because I didn't think anyone would really remember. And to those people who said congratulations on my cancer-free, because it's very exciting, and I couldn't have done it with you guys. With you guys? No, I couldn't have done it without you guys, because seriously, like, I know that there's this little camera in between. it really meant a lot to me, all those messages that you guys sent, just encouraging me and telling me that, you know, I can do it and things like that. It inspired me and it kept me going. And even just the questions that you guys have asked me and have needed my help with, like, it makes me feel better knowing that I'm making a difference and not just sitting talking to myself on the computer. So without further ado, I'm going to bust out my cancer book. This baby is what I'm going to be talking about today. I added this little ribbon here, and yes, it is the lymphoma colors. It's purple and green, and my friends actually made them, like handmade them. When I was done on my chemo treatments in October, my friends and family threw me a surprise party, which was amazing. So they made, I don't know how many people showed up, like 60 people showed up. And I was like bawling my eyes out the entire time. It was pathetic. But I was so surprised and so overwhelmed with all the love. Oh my goodness, I love you all who came. Oh, it was awesome. Anyways, they handmade these for everybody. So as soon as I walked in, they like pinned one on me, and it was just, oh, it made my heart melt. It was so sweet. So anyways, I put that on my book because it makes me feel better and it makes me feel like people care. Anyways, so this is my cancer book, I like to call it. I got it and kind of filled it with all the things that I went through as I went through the cancer journey. So I got a lot of pamphlets and things from the doctor. They gave me this book, and it came with a few sheets, but I filled the rest myself. I'm not going to go through the whole thing today, but I will eventually, just because I kind of just want to show you, like, during the chemo process, what you have to go through. So this is kind of just me winging it. I haven't gone through this in a while, but I like to just keep it as a memory of, like, the fact that I'm done and, you know, I can move on with my life. So I was going to take the book and burn everything when I was done treatments, but I decided against that because it makes me feel stronger when I look at it. I don't look at it in a negative light anymore. I don't look at my cancer journey as like my downfall. I look at it as a new beginning. So that's why I kept all my stuff. So anyways, the doctor gives you like a lot of pamphlets about what you're going to go through. So it gives you information about the type of chemotherapy that you're going to go through and kind of what to expect. So this is just a chemotherapy guidebook. It goes through like what happens when you go through chemo. So like goes through the mouth sore things and what to do about it, and just any side effects, like how you can kind of recover from them. About eating well when you have cancer. So just a guidebook to good nutrition, and making sure you're drinking lots of fluids because that's very important when you're on chemo. Where was my other one? Oh, and then this one, Hodgkin's lymphoma pamphlet. You'll get one for your specific cancer, obviously. This was just in my case. So it's an understanding your diagnosis pamphlet. It says it right on the front. And it gives you like the common treatments for your type of cancer. So it just kind of reassures you that the doctor knows what they're talking about and that you're doing the right thing and that it is a common treatment for your cancer. They gave me right away this PICC information sheet. It's really just a quick thing about what a PICC is. It's a type of catheter that goes, they inserted mine in my arm here, and it's a little catheter that goes all the way up into your heart there. So almost into your heart, not right into your heart. But anyways, it's an IV access. So the nurses don't have to peripherally go into your veins every time, so they don't have to give you a needle every time you have to have chemo, which I can look it up. I totally forget. I think it was like my 5th chemo or something. I decided to have a PICC put in because they suggested it to me at first, but I decided that I wouldn't be able to swim with it, which it was summertime. Like, I love swimming. So I decided that I didn't want one, but then eventually my veins hardened up, and it took them like 15 tries to get my IV in one time. And I was crying because it hurt so bad because they just poked me so many times and were like jabbing the needle into me, and it wouldn't go in, so they weren't getting any blood. back from the vein. So anyways, after that day, I decided I didn't want to go through that anymore. So I decided to get a PICC line. And then basically with it says right there, I don't know if you can read that, go to the emergency department if you develop a fever higher than 38.5 degrees Celsius. So it's really important when you have a PICC line because it can get infected or a blockage can occur. If you do have a fever, it could be a sign of an infection in your PICC line or anywhere else. Whenever you are going through chemo treatments, you need to really pay attention to your temperature and check it every day, at least 3 times a day. So as for chemo, I just wanted to kind of go through the steps of what you'll be doing during your treatment cycle. So I have all of these blue sheets in my book. There's tons of them because each blue sheet, which I'm sure I've lost like 1 or 2 along the way, but each blue sheet represents an appointment that I had, a chemo appointment. So I had 6 months of chemo, which is 2 chemo treatments per cycle. So I had 12 chemo treatments in total and 15 radiation treatments. So the first blue sheet that you get will look like this, and it will have like your information. Danielle Nicole Vanessa, my birthday, my age, my gender, and then it goes through what you have to do before your treatment. So you have to have your blood work done first, and then you will have a follow-up appointment with your doctor to make sure that your blood work's okay so you can go to chemo. So if your white blood cell count is too high or too low, then you probably will have to delay your chemo, which I had to do. Yeah, my white blood cell count was too low one day, so that's when I had to start going on the needle, which I got once every 2 weeks. I had to do a shot of Neulasta, which is you have to, right there in your stomach, you have to give yourself a needle. So luckily I had someone to do that for me. My mom did it for me every time. It is a weird feeling and it does give you really bad bone aches, but it's better than delaying chemo because I was really happy about the delay of the chemo, but then I realized it's just putting it off more. So at least I had 1 more week of freedom to like feel better and do the things I wanted to do, hang out with friends. But then it's just prolonging the chemo for the future. So I was delayed 2 weeks. And then down at the bottom here, it shows you your next appointment. It shows what blood work you're going to be needing. So the ones that they check off are the ones that they'll give the doctor to check your blood flow. The first day, so let's take this one as an example. April 4th, 2011 was my blood work. So I did my blood work at 12:30 p.m. and then at 2:15 I saw Dr. Ney. So it takes about 2 hours for the blood work to go through. Sometimes it was faster, but most of the time not. And then the next day, so April 5th, 2011, I had my chemo treatment at 10 a.m. So the day before your chemo, that's when you do the blood work, and then the next day you give them this little day 2 appointment card, and they'll usually take this, but sometimes I decided I wanted to keep it, so they let me. And they're usually pretty quick calling your name. It's just the whole like waiting for your blood work the day before that takes a long time. So that's basically the whole chemo process. So next time I'll get into more detail of kind of what happens when you get into the chemo suite and all that good stuff. But yeah, so that's all I really wanted to talk about today. But next time I'm going to go through this book more. It's really, really helpful, and I don't think I'm going to burn it after all because I look at it so much, like just thinking how awesome life is. So yeah. Words of wisdom from Danny B, y'all. So I hope you all are having a good day and a good week and a good month and a good year and a good life. Oh, I'll see you next week, I hope, or the week after. Not a month. I'm really bad sometimes. But yeah, 2 weeks tops. Promise. Bye!